everybody, welcome back to another episode of Stay Hard and Survival. Today we're returning, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you guys are having an absolutely fan-freaking-tastic day. Hopefully the most amazing variety that only gets more fan-freaking-tastic from here on out, because I know I'm having a dang good one. Because as you guys can see from this, we got to look at some new multiplayer locations, including what it appears that the Suburb location has become. In case you guys are not aware, the Suburb location was originally slated to actually be a single player location, but it appears that it is slowly morphed into a multiplayer location, and we're actually going to be breaking that down with this. So let's kick off with the caption. As we promised, this was of course posted by the devs. The variety of locations in Sector 7 will be growing. The work on them is in progress, and today in the under development section we're going to show you some new concepts, and boom, here we are seeing the first of those concepts, which appears to be a little bit of a overview, a large kind of just overlook of what a potential map will look like. And this map looks like to the dot something that you would find within a suburb. You could see a little freaking whatchamacall park right there in the middle, in addition to a ton of destroyed houses that you will likely be able to loot throughout. But you guys can see that there are like little street lights by the looks of it on like some of these corners. There's obviously the road going through it all. There's a sidewalk going throughout a lot of this neighborhood, and this isn't a city either, because as you guys know, cities are a lot more high density. They tend to have a lot taller buildings, making this look perfectly like a suburb. Now, as we know, actually from the original roadmap, from one of the first roadmaps that was actually released, they were talking about the suburb location, and we have heard about it before, where this location is actually going to be randomly generated to an extent, with like the types of houses, the layouts of houses, where each house is potentially found, stuff like that, and the loot that each house does find. And it does appear that, as we can tell from that caption from earlier, it has morphed into a multiplayer location, which is going to be amazing for Sector 7, because Sector 7 currently is a little bit on the lacking side. So to actually see it have something big like this coming its way is going to be absolutely awesome, and hopefully help to just like the ecosystem of multiplayer, the ecosystem of Sector 7, and making it a more fun and viable place, because more content will obviously be good, and hopefully more uses, more ability to loot, hopefully the ability to really have a quote-unquote economy in Sector 7, because like currently all the items you get, you pretty much get for single player, and like in multiplayer, like the best loot is like a gun, but that gun you can only use like in Sector 7 and that type of stuff. Like Sector 7 you mainly do to just potentially get like the tactile backpack and a couple of items along the way for your single player version of the world. But hopefully with locations like this coming along the way, there will also be additional things coming to Sector 7 that do make it more worthwhile. But this location itself is obviously very exciting to see so many different destroyed houses, to see that like park kind of in the middle of the neighborhood, and just kind of like all this jazz that gives it that suburb feel. And finally to see what has come of the suburb, since we haven't really heard about the suburb in a hot minute. Boom, here we have the next image, which is a closer look at some of those houses and what they do appear. As you guys can see, they just do appear to be a little bit on the wrecked side. We can actually see a pool similar to the pool that we see over at the motel, potentially a little bit smaller, except with what appears to be a lawnmower on the inside instead of like a crashed car. So maybe we'll be able to loot up that lawnmower, collect some loot from it, maybe loot up some of the trash bins that we are seeing, loot up some of the wreckages of these houses, and collect what we can. Also, there's what appears to be a phone on a pole, and like some old electrical poles, couple of things like that. Boom, here we have the third image, which is again just a closer look at some of those different types of house layouts that we can expect. And with so many different house layouts being showed off, that does just add to the fact that it appears that this suburb will kind of retain that trait that they were talking about in the past, where they do want it to be randomly generated to an extent, where it's not the exact same layout every time, whether that be maybe from the streets being shaped differently, different amounts of houses on each street. Maybe instead of a park, there'll be something else in the park's place, different park layouts, different layouts for each house that you encounter. And that is kind of what we are seeing here with all these different kind of destroyed versions of these houses. And it appears that most of them have like what appears to be one kind of lootable looking container in the middle. making these kind of like, if you guys have played Frostborn and the Cursed Town, kind of remind me a little bit of like how the Cursed Town kind of has like those kind of captured like enclosed rooms with a chest within. This is reminding me very much of that, which is kind of like the general layout of them. Boom! Here we have yet another image, and this one gets a little bit more on the interesting side because we are seeing, of course, a couple of more destroyed house layouts, but we're also seeing what appears to be a makeshift tower of some sort of like a pump going into a well or some system like that. We also have what appears to be a well that had like some destroyed pipes going across it over there, like on the left-hand side. In the lower left-hand corner, we can see what appears to be like a buried RV. At the bottom, we can see a toppled pickup truck of some sort, or a toppled truck with like a bed on the back. We are seeing that school bus, which can likely be found at some sort of a school location that will be accompanying this, whether that be likely in that suburb location or maybe its own thing. Like I'm saying, it appears that these suburb locations are going to have a lot of variety, so that is very much so within the realm of a possibility. And then on the right hand side, we are seeing, I'm not 100% sure what that thing is, kind of like in the middle right, that thing right to the right, holy, that's a lot of right, but that thing right to the right of the school bus, there is something going on over there. And then in the bottom right hand corner, there's some sort of a what appears to be shack with some loot in it. It looks like it's in pretty nice shape. It has what appears to be maybe the sketch of a person hiding inside, making this maybe like an ambush tower you're able to like chill in or something like that, or maybe like a little elevated sniper tower or something like that. And it has what appears to be a chest, which is kind of some of the nicer potential lootable items we have seen throughout all these images, but it does appear to again have that chest that we are seeing. And then boom, here we have the last of the images that they did post, and here we are just seeing some of the variety of these sidewalks by the looks of it, in addition to just kind of like some smaller features like different fences that can enclose the houses, some of those concrete barriers that appear to be more kind of like maybe like fences for like the edges of the map, so you can only enter and exit the map at certain choke points, making it a lot more interesting in terms of PvP and having to like control certain areas, be aware of things, be tactical, that type of stuff. But we are also seeing like some barriers, some just kind of like house fences, some brick fences, toppled fridge, couple of things like that. Again, a couple of those different sidewalks, and a slide, a swing, a stove, a couple more items like that that do appear like they will be kind of scattered throughout houses, scattered throughout the park, and all that type of jazz. But with that said, with that done, that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for the information that we got for y'all today. Quite the beautiful tidbits of info, I know, and quite the fascinating and exciting thing coming into the future of Last Day on Earth. And don't get me wrong, I kind of wish the suburb would have been a single player location, but given the fact that they kind of stopped mentioning the suburb in the roadmap in terms of like single player content and stuff like that, and now we are seeing this, which appears to very much so fit the definition and fit what the suburb was said to be in the past, it does appear that it potentially has shifted focus to being like a multiplayer type of randomly generated location. But do not fret, because there is still a randomly generated location to an extent coming to us in the form of those basement dungeons, which is actually from the roadmap the very next thing that we can expect within the future of Last Day on Earth. And of course, those basement dungeons are going to contain within them a variety of loot depending on the type of generated dungeon that you do get, because it will have different layouts. From a lot of the teasers that we have seen, it does appear that it is going to vary in difficulty, vary in the type of loot that you have access to, vary in quite a lot of things like that. So it appears that maybe Kafir is taking this direction to kind of have a randomly generated type location for both single player and multiplayer, which I think would be pretty freaking cool if you ask me, because I do think that having this kind of like randomly generated aspect definitely keeps things pretty intriguing. I might just try to take this dude out with a baseball bat and let the doggo finish the job. I wish dog kills got your EXP. That's something that they still need to fix to this day, man, because you get nada, jack diddly squat goes your way in exchange for that, and that makes me a little bit of a sad camper. Let me just go ahead and yeet that guy right over there, get a little bit of separation from there, go over to the saw blade mace and boop. Oh my god, I killed that man in one hit. I was expecting a little bit more, I ain't gonna lie, but let's go ahead and collect that loot. But yeah, very exciting things like I am saying, and especially in the context of, okay, we got some pretty good stuff over here in the green crate. I will be taking that to the bank. Definitely this baseball bat, because we can mod the baseball bat with our active skill mod, and the baseball bat active, English is hard. The baseball bat, whoa! I love seeing many Uzis. Thank you very kindly for coming along the way. Let me swap into this fresh set of armor. By the way, we are likely going to be needing it friggity fresh, because because things get spicy down below. And, well, the military armor is more than enough for the shenanigans we get ourselves into, which usually involves the big one. But whatchamacallit, it is very cool to see kind of like the direction that things do appear to be taking, where they kind of do want more unique content, since kind of that's why I feel like raids are so freaking cool, is because, you know, like your raid is like different every time, right? And sometimes you get repeats, but for the most part, you're raiding a different base every single time, and that's just so freaking cool to kind of keep things fresh. Instead of just varying the loot that you find in all the same loot containers, it actually allows you to have a different experience each time, and to see that it appears that the suburbs are going to have that trait. And also, oh god dang it, you noticed me, didn't you? Well, let me saw you in half there, buddy boy, and then boop, you, Mr. Fast Biter, and mow down the rest of you, Mishta Flota Blota. That will get rid of this first wave, and I just want to make sure to use a little bit of a variety of the weapons that we have at hand, because, let's be honest, it's just fun to do. But it is very cool to see that they do want to kind of have that unique experience, because that is at least what makes raids, in my opinion, like pretty much my favorite part of the game, is that it is fresh. It is something new for the most part every time that you do it, and then to see that these basements and ultimately these suburbs they went over today appear like they are going to have that trait is definitely very promising and very cool. But go ahead and let me know what you guys think about this jazz in that comment section down below regarding these different suburbs, all the different locations, and not locations, but all the different parts of the suburbs that we went over, some of the destroyed buildings, some of the different things that it appears that it is going to have the traits of. And I'd love to hear from you guys in that comment section down below regarding how you think the suburb will work with all this stuff, with the ability to be a multiplayer location. Do you think it'll be a PvP location, or do you think maybe it'll be a PvE location instead? I don't like it. There's a couple of signs. I mean, we really can't be sure so far. Every location, well, actually, there haven't been any locations yet. Now that I think about it, there have been PvP, and well, we do know that PvP is on the roadmap as something that Kafir does want relatively soon. It is on the current roadmap and that type of stuff. So that's actually another thing to take into account, that this could very well be our first taste of PvP, because having it be in such a unique arena each time would keep things fresh, because it kind of keep people guessing. You know, they maybe would not be able to always have like a go-to spot, because in terms of PvP, you know, that spot might change each and every time with the layout of the map, and just kind of keep people on their toes. So actually a very cool thing to take into account over there as well. But go and let me know what you guys think about Eddie and all this type of jazz in that comment section down below. And a reminder that that comment is going to put you 1/3 of the way. It's the Wiggy Tribe Data. I do such Play Store gift card giveaway. All you gotta do as well is make sure that like button, make sure to subscribe. The devil entry you win on today's video. Y'all can go ahead and enter in on every single last day on Earth video. When Saturday rolls around, we'll pick a random video for the past week, pick a random comment from that random video, and that will be Widow for the week, and we'll kick off a new weekly giveaway that exact same Saturday as well. And guess what? Today is Saturday, so today we are picking a winner from this past week a little bit later in the video, and kicking off a brand new giveaway today. Actually, new giveaway has already kicked off, meaning that your guys' entry in today's video will be entering you in on the first video for this week. And again, you guys can get all them entries in throughout the week, ultimately until next Saturday rolls around, where we will pick the winner for this upcoming week and kick off a brand new weekly giveaway that exact same Saturday as well. So like I'm saying, best of luck to you guys and gals in this week. And a little bit later in today's video, we're gonna be announcing the winner of this past week's giveaway, like I am saying. And make sure that you guys do have that notification bell hit, because that's an absolutely fantastic way of staying up to date with every single video y'all can enter in on for that weekly giveaway. Not to mention all the other dope survival games going up on the channel as well, that you can go ahead and stay in the loop on. And trust me, if you guys like Last Day on Earth, there's a very good chance that you are going to be enjoying some of these other games going up, because we love checking out other free mobile survival games. We love checking out other survival games in general, all that type of jazz. And even if you guys like, even if a game doesn't end up tickling your fancy or anything like that, you should just kind of, you know, definitely give them a look-ski doodle in case you have not already. And hold up, because this guy's gonna go and do his thing. I'm gonna say no. I'm a baseball bat him in the back. He's gonna try to come at me, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and bayonet him yet again, because dude, we have a vicious cycle going for us over here, and the blind one is likely going to be in quite a little bit of a little thing known as pain. Let's just stab you over there. Let's get that bleeding going, get a couple more bullets off on you, get a baseball bat hit. Ow, never mind. I want to save a little bit of the rest of our whatchamacall thingy-mabob, our AK specifically for stabbing. So we're gonna go ahead and actually just use a lot of our baseball bat durability here to try and get some damage off on him. He's gonna go and try to heal. I'm gonna be like, no, today. I will stab him in the back yet again. He will come up on me, bro, and then we'll just go ahead and continue this lethal process. And we are going to let him do more damage to us and our armor, but we are going to save quite a little bit in another department, and that, of course, is the department of trying to inflict maximum damage while using minimum weapon durability. We should be using more of the baseball bat while he is stunned. I'm not gonna lie on that, but I do just get tempted by the ability to hit him with the freaking swing and stuff like that. But alright, he's gonna go ahead, run on over here. I'm gonna go ahead and hit you with the big boy swing, hit you a little bit more with this bat over there. As soon as he is done with this, we will hot swap over, hit him with the shrink, and then wait for this to regenerate. Come on, come on, come on, buddy. He's gonna run into this wall one more time. Hello, you wanna, oh baby, trying to hit me with the jukes, hit me with the stutter step. I see you, Mr. Blind One, but no worries, buddy. You're gonna be bleeding and you're about to get shanked as well, which is gonna do a nice amount of damage. And pretty much next time he runs into a wall, it is GG's for the one who is blind. There you go, buddy. Come on. One last wall he gets run into before it is game over. I will shank you and swing. Bada, 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 swing. That is a home run of a blind one kill. But yeah, tons of other dope survival games going up on the channel as well that you should definitely give a look-ski doodle, because a lot of these other series are definitely ones that you guys might enjoy, even if it's like a new game that you guys have seen, because we are going to be checking out some new games soon. Definitely go ahead and just give it a look, give it a peek. And you might come across a game that you genuinely enjoy, maybe one that you start playing, or maybe one that you just like seeing me play. And regardless, we're of course going to be having a fan-freaking-tastic time with all of that jazz throughout, and that notification bell is a great way to stay up to date with all the latest and greatest of Last Day on Earth information. As soon as any type of new info does come out, such as the information of today, we are spreading it to you guys' eyes and ears absolutely ASAP, breaking down that information. Like today, we were able to take away the fact that this is some sort of a suburb location. We don't just take things at face value. We break them down as much as we can. We connect them with information from the past. We connect them with stuff already within the game, things that have already been revealed to give us the clearest look at the future of Last Day on Earth, what to expect, when to expect it, all that the type of jazz. And like I'm saying, as soon as those new updates do come out as well, we're diving absolutely headfirst into them and showcasing off every single little thing that they do have to offer. New locations, new enemies, new bosses, new anything, new weapons. Like I'm saying, if there's something new, we are checking it out. We're gonna have an absolutely fan-freaking-tastic time checking it out, and we're gonna be showcasing off those new things so you guys know exactly what to expect within those future updates, so you guys know what to expect if you guys like try to go to a new location, fight a new boss, and you guys aren't going into there blind. And in the case of maybe more expensive things that are maybe not as easy to acquire, like for example, whenever the chopper, like the helicopter chopper, gets added in, we're gonna be crafting that up like pretty much ASAP. Yeah, that thing's getting crafted up ASAP, Rocky, because we have a huge loot stockpile. We're more than willing to blow through absolutely for anything new that does come into the game. And of course, we're more than willing to drop some dollar dues as well, because I'm more than happy to drop some of my own money if it means that, well, you guys can see if something's potentially worth a dropping dollar dues on, because I'm more than happy to get absolutely screwed over by something we, you know, craft, by something we buy, by something we build, by something we defeat. I'm more than happy to get screwed over if it means that you guys do not get screwed over and you guys can stay as in the loop and ready with that and possible. And let's go. I really want to visit Dealer Joe, because I was talking to this dude on the radio. I was like, ring, 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 banana phone. Hello, Dealer Joe. And he's like, yo, 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 Papa Star, let me just say, deal of the century coming your way. 1 gold bar and I will give you something. So Joe, you better not be a scam artist, a buddy old pal of mine. There better be something legit up in here. Okay, okay. This better be the same deal you were talking to me about over that banana phone, because if you guys do not know, we do have this perk that makes our deals with him significantly cheaper, the trader perk, and this is a prime example of that. He literally wanted 1 gold bar, so if this is the same deal that you were wanting, let's freaking go. That is a trade that I'm gonna take 10 out of. Let's freaking go. 1 gold bar just got us an M16. Fattest W in the history of trader history. Actually, we may have traded a single gold watch one time for a shotgun, but regardless, that is one of the best swaps we have ever done, because gold is literally useless outside of, well, the exact thing that we just did, trading with Dealer Joe. So that was the most efficient use of gold we could have had, because we have the perk, and on top of that, we got an M16 out of it. Joe, my man, whenever you want to buy some gold, all right? Listen, I'm more than happy to go to you instead of my local pawn shop, okay? Okay, glad that that's settled. Now then, we do have some feisty campers over here I'm sure we got to deal with. I got a grenade launcher from there, and I got my shotgun array over there. Are you guys going to betray me, or are we going to fight a horde together? Because I got high explosives, and I got shotgun range. So I'm more than willing to cooperate, unless you guys are douche canoe alert! Douche canoe alert! Hello, excuse me. Let's just go ahead and get some heals over there. Yeah, yeet! God dang it, that may not have been the most efficient use of shotgun range to the alls of you. Okay, good job, puppy. Good job, puppy. Keep fighting the good fight. Let's keep on healing. Shotgun rain claims its next victim. Or should I say saves its next poor soul, because Shotgun Rain has taught this man the error in his ways. How dare you shoot another disciple of Shotgun Rain, aka me? That is not allowed. You have broken #1 rule of Shotgun Rain. Do not fight back against Shotgun Rain, and as such, you must suffer. But it is okay. He has learned his lesson and hopefully is in the Shotgun Rain heavens or something like that. Let's go ahead. We'll use that band-aid. Heal on up. I will steal your shoes. Hope that's cool. We are looking a little bit low on inventory room, though, so we might need to start ditching some things that otherwise I wouldn't want to ditch to collect some things that are definitely more valuable than them. Like, I mean, these pistols and stuff are technically broken down. You know what I might do here? I might go ahead. I'll equip that set of armor. I'll put away that set of armor. It has started to perish is not the word I was looking for. It has started to perish a little bit, and military armor I do not value very highly because we already have a ton of SWAT armor back at home, and even with the military armor, I try to have any military armor I have be at least full durability, and as you guys saw, that the durability out of that stuff did suffer a little bit, mainly because, I mean, we got shot at, you know, it tends to do. Ooh, hello. I like what I see today. Oh, do we have any water bottles so we could siphon some of the fuel out of these things too? Hello! Ah, good. No, you know, it was almost cool. It was almost amazing luck with the weapon crates, but no. Oh yeah, we also have a raid we're going on a little bit later today. Don't think I brought that up. You guys may have figured it out because we had, well, that base that we were going to be visiting, but yeah, it's going to be raid time as well, so let's see if they dropped any water bottles so we could go ahead and siphon a little bit of gas. And regarding those new updates and stuff, whenever they do come out, we're going to be checking them out from a variety of perspectives regarding the update too. We're going to be checking it out from the perspective of, you know, us, a little bit of a very long-standing, high-level, tons of loot account, and our free-to-play series that we are doing alongside this. You know, we're going to be checking things out from both perspectives and showing off how new locations play out, how any of that stuff does go down, and just give us like the clearest look at everything that we can, and make sure you guys are as informed as possible with these updates, again, as soon as they do come out. And this next update that we can expect, which, like I'm saying, does appear like it is going to be that little one known as, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, are you kidding me? I thought the water bottle would just stay there. Okay, well, water bottle disappeared. All right, I guess we're not picking that up from here then. Oh, and really quickly, do I still have inventory room for like one more thing? Yes, sir. All right, what are we gonna be picking up? That. Okay, good. That's what I thought was gonna happen. I'm like, hold on. There's one valuable left behind. I specifically left that one inventory space with the water bottle for, and that was that. But yeah, this basement update that is likely to be the next one from the roadmap and from some of like the looks and sneak peeks we have seen into stuff does appear like it is going to be that. And those basements are just gonna be such a dope freaking place, and I seriously hope the first time we enter into there we can come across the potential boss that's gonna have in the form of that like angry miner, because in case you guys have not seen some of the stuff regarding those that basement update coming up, it does appear like those basements are gonna kind of be like fallout shelters, like underground fallout shelters with incomplete like mine shafts and like tunnels and stuff like that, which is a little bit nutty, comrade, and definitely like something interesting that we do need to keep our eyes and ears peeled upon, that we are definitely gonna be checking out on the ASAPs. But without further ado, we got a raid we gotta prepare for, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that and talk to y'all in a second. And we're looking ready as can be for the shenanigans that are going to partake within the coming moments. But we gotta go ahead and make sure that that preparedness comes in the right form, because we have all the materials, we just have to transform them into the tools. And that's gonna come in the form of these level 1 and level 2, aka iron hatchets, that we're gonna be bringing along for this raid. And as we do go ahead and make our way over to this raid, we're gonna go ahead and announce the winner of this past week's $25 iTunes Play Store gift card giveaway. So huge congrats to the randomly chosen comment, the randomly chosen video from this past week, which was where we actually went through the Kevlar armor boss battle over on our free-to-play account and saw that event go in play and just kind of get to relive it for the first time since while we did it over here, like during that like OG update when the update first came out that added that stuff. And huge congrats to the randomly chosen comment from that randomly chosen video, my man Beneath the Sharma. Hopefully I did not butcher that, by the way, saying what is the next update coming, Beneath? Unfortunately, we are not 100% sure, most likely within the coming weeks, especially since it has been a little bit of a while since the past update. I think within the next week or two should be relatively reasonable, kind of leaning towards the next week part, because it really has been a little bit of a minute since that last one, like I am saying. But a huge congrats to you on being the randomly chosen comment from this past week. Make sure to go ahead and reply to that pinned comment in that comment section down below, letting me know the best way to go ahead and privately get in touch with you. And this is a little bit of a baby base, okay? Noted. But so I can go ahead and know the best way to privately get in touch with you so I can get you the code of your choice, whether that be Android or iOS. And so it is for your proper country as well, since these codes are country dependent. So I need to make sure to get the right type of code for you. So go ahead and let me know the best way to privately get in touch with you in reply to that pinned comment. And best of luck to everyone else in the brand new $25 iTunes Play Store gift card giveaway kicking off today. And wow, we came over prepared for this raid, didn't we? Yes, we did by the looks of it. Now, we do need to deal with some of these guys, though, so... Eat the pistol drizzle. I don't know why I'm making the gra-ta-ta-ta noise. Usually we reserve that for some of our more, automatic weapons, as you may or may not be able to tell. I mean, the pistol's pretty close to being automatic, don't get me wrong. Especially with the speed boost from this current configuration of 4 on the dot compared to the 3.3 normal. Hello, okay. Not the worst thing in the world. Again, just a little bit disappointed, since this was a single chest raid, which I think I've seen this one other time. But at least the chest had good stuff in it. Besides that, I might just put on auto collect. That might be our best bet here of trying to kind of recuperate some stuff. So yeah, why don't we make sure that we get some wood in our inventory and auto collect all the wood that we can, and no, get out of your grass and seeds. God dang it, I can't throw you out. I forgot about that. Well, I suppose I'll go ahead and get to autoing. This hatchet should break. When that does, I'll replace it with some wood, and then our guy will hopefully continue collecting the wood. But yeah, there you guys have this raid. We're gonna make a little bit of noise with every tree that we do chop down, I think. Let's go ahead and split that, by the way. No, chopping down trees doesn't make much noise. It's mainly the noise that the hatchet itself does make. But yeah, there you guys have this raid. Pretty straightforward. If you have a C4 and you're cool with trading it for these items over here, self-explanatory. If you're not cool with trading it for these items, don't do it. Definitely not worth it. Whatchamacallit. If you don't think it is. If you think it is, different story. So I don't know. Depends how much C4 you got. But regarding the C4, here's the thing. You can definitely get better raids in exchange for that one C4. So if this is a revenge raid and they took something valuable, 100% try to get it back. There's only one chest that it could be hiding in. But if it's a raid you're going out of your way for, just a reminder that that one C4, there's potential in the future that it could be used for a more useful raid. So you got to take into account that opportunity cost that comes along with it. But with that said and with that done, that's gonna go to start wrapping it up for this episode of Last Day on Earth Survival. Thank you guys a whole ton for watching. This was an awesome one, and I'll talk to you next one. See ya.